Welcome to a TB Aquatics real-world review. TB Aquatics has provided products for this video. TB Aquatics has no editorial control over the video or the contents. The views presented in this video may or may not represent the views of TB Aquatics. The reviews of the products are 100% those of the video personality and were not influenced by TB Aquatics.
Hey guys, today I'm going to do a dual review of two different products, and the reason being is the first one is the ZEO by NYOS, and this is my first time actually using a zeolite product, so I don't have a zeolite reactor or filter per se. So I'm also going to be trying out the South Ocean 5 8x12 filter bag. If you don't have one either, I've done another video on the best GFO reactor. Bang for your buck, I think, is the Phospan 550 modified. Here's the link for that video right here. But you could also use it with the zeolite product. It's not going to be set up in the traditional sense of most zeolite reactors, where it's got a nice convenient handle to rinse the zeolite. But with the Phospan 550, you could simply just take the boot, disconnect it from the mod that I've demonstrated, and then, you know, just raise the chamber manually, plug the boot back in, screw the cap back down, and it would work in a similar fashion. Right now, I only have one Phospan 550 modified, so I'm still running carbon and GFO on that, and I don't really want to be disrupting that with zeolite, so that's why we're going to use the filter bag. So let's check out the ZEO by NYOS first. There's a locking ring on here, so I'm going to attempt to peel that off. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, it's got another cap in there to keep dust from coming out of here. And here is the media. Nice little chunks. A little powdery. Well, let's see how much of this we can fit into my 8x12 filter sock. Now, the instructions call for like 1 liter of this stuff for every 400 liters, which translates roughly to about 105 gallons, I think. But this is about 150 gallons of water, and it recommends to use 50% of the dosage for the first 4 weeks and monitor your levels. I'm going to monitor the levels in my tank just by looking at stuff. It's also recommending to have this in a high flow area where the water's constantly moving through it. And in a filter bag, I'm not sure how great that's going to work, but that being said, because the flow is going to be reduced, I'm going to put as much of this in as I can into the filter sock, or this filter bag, on the initial dosage. So I'm going to open that bag now. I've used a few different filter bags before. You wouldn't think that, I wasn't expecting to anyways, to have any special comments about this, but I do like the double stitching on this. It seems like it's going to hold up pretty well, and the threading to close the top, it feels tough, is what I'm trying to say. It doesn't feel like it's going to just break the first time I try and dig out a double knot or something like that. So let's see how much this bag will hold. This 8x12 bag took the whole liter of zeolite. Hopefully I'm not going to nuke anything in there. If it does, I'm going to keep a real close eye on it over the next couple of days. So this is day 3 of running the NYOS zeolite. Day 3. Still have some algae problems here. Again, this is day 3. The red slime has all but disappeared. Green hair algae on this digitata has been greatly reduced, but not eliminated. Day 5. Day 6. you'll see over this 10-day period that I've actually documented the change in the appearance of the corals, that they are adjusting and getting used to this new type of nutrient system in the tank, or lack thereof. The colors are progressively getting lighter, but so far there's been nothing that has died off. And in the entire 3 weeks that I've been running this, it's just about time to change the media out. And I must admit, putting it in a bag and trying to remember to rinse it every day, it was a new routine for me. So to be honest, it didn't happen. So I did notice there was like a rotten egg smell, which is hydrogen sulfite, and that's because there's not enough flow going through the zeolite. So if you're going to use the bag, make sure you put the bag really close to a return pump or in a really high flow area of the sump, and don't forget, toss the bag around a little bit, at least once a day. Otherwise you're going to get that pretty nasty smell. What I want to show you guys though is I pulled it out of the sump, and you'll see that the zeolite has turned like this turquoise blue, and that is completely normal. That means it's doing its job. The zeolite both works as a mechanical filtration, but also as a biological filter as well. That turquoise blue color is the actual bacteria that's going to take those nutrients out of the water that we don't want in there. So that all being said, I'm going to continue using the zeolite, but I think I'm going to get a reactor, one with a handle that makes it a lot easier to rinse the media off. And this bacteria, when it comes off of the zeolite, apparently it's good for the fish too, and then they can eat it, but I haven't actually seen any fish go after it, and I haven't seen any big chunks come off of it. Maybe that's because the chunks are stuck in the bag still, but it doesn't last in the water. There's just a little bit of haze that happens briefly, and the filter sock grabs it out, or it dissipates. I'm not sure what happens to it, but the tank is staying crystal clear, and I'm having a lot less algae problems than I was before. I'm going to keep trying to use this stuff because I really want to get those pastel colors that I'm seeing in tanks that run zeolite. Thanks for watching. Hope you like this review. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, leave a comment below, and don't forget to swim scribe.